Hey guys, thanks for coming by and checking out another of the installment videos that digs a little bit deeper into one of the functions of the custom time axis indicator. If you don't know what that is an indicator that runs on the Metatrader or MT4, typically Forex trading platform, which now allows traders or users to view the time that shows up on the platform as their local time or whatever time they so desire. Now today, or I should say in this installment, what I'm going to cover is the ability to apply numerous or multiple instances of the CTA indicator on a single chart. Now why would you want to do that? Well, you may be a trader that is living in another part of the world but can only trade a foreign session, for example. So let's say, like myself, I'm on the west coast of the United States. I typically can only trade the London session because I don't want to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning, let's say. And so what I can do is set up the indicator so that it is set up so that relative to, for example, the London session, I would be able to see the times as per their local session. So, for example, if I was in London, get up in the morning, started trading, it would be 8 o'clock, beginning of the session. So I will be able to set the indicator up accordingly so that when referencing using the crosshair, for example, I can see what time it would be within that session if I wanted to look at the market the way a local would look at it if they're, again, for example, in London. So what I've done is already set up the chart in this case to show the Australian session and the London and my local session. So to give you an idea how this works, once you set it all up, and I won't go through and drag you through all this on this indicator, I just wanted to show you it can be done. I have the indicators set up right now so that the global sessions that are showing as far as the horizontal lines go, those are for my local time. So in other words, now keep in mind the lowest axis I have set up right now as my west coast. So at 3 p.m. on the west coast, it's actually the open of the Australian market. That's the magenta color market I'm showing right there. And for the people over in Australia, that's at 8 o'clock, see? So that is what's showing up on the upper custom time axis there. So I can sort of get inside the heads of somebody that's, trading in Australia, and I know that that bar right there is their opening 5-minute bar showing up on the chart right there. 8 o'clock, or if I want to go ahead and put myself again in their shoes, I know I'm trading throughout the morning right here, and look at that, right at about lunchtime in Australia, the market peaks. So not unlike some of the things that happen in this country. So for example, look at that, it happened again around noon, actually about 1 o'clock there no, I'm sorry, that's 1 a.m. So this is lunchtime on Australia on this particular day, but on this day it's around midnight. So that's what gives you, the ability to do by going in, and here is 7:10 p.m. Australian. So in other words, by doing this, you can easily see the times in those countries around the globe simply by putting your cursor on there. And in like fashion, the second one down, this is representing, the green is representing the London session. So again, on the west coast, the London session opens at midnight my time. So keep your eye on the bottom. When we come to 12 a.m., in fact, let me put the cursor up above here. So I should have expanded the chart a little bit here. There we go. 12 a.m. on the west coast, there you go. In London is 8 a.m. That's the opening bar. And in like fashion, it's 5 p.m. if you care to know in Australia. So that's why you would be able to, you could do that if you so desire to. And I've chosen to show my like I said, my global horizontal time plots as in relation to my local west coast time. So I just wanted to show you that could be done, and you could put an unlimited number of markets on there, or time zones if you want. You can put a couple more. to show every single time zone if you so desire. Maybe you trade in a fashion that's extremely time sensitive and want to know, sort of get right inside each of those markets to trade. You can now do it very easily in terms of at least what you're looking at on the chart. And you can color code those, and as far as the background color goes, and I showed you that in the main video. I don't have to go through it all over again, but basically you're going to set up your background color right here, and then by virtue of setting up your offset, now that had 0 offset because that is the background color is blue, and so that's the Pacific Coast, so I have 0 offset. That's just set to my local time. On the other hand, if you were to go up to, again, the London Open, well, I have an offset of 8 hours, you see, so I would just put that in there. And then the Australian, I believe, was 17 hours offset. So by doing that, you basically can change the time that shows up in the actual CTA axis. And again, if you want to see the broker time, you can go in there on frankly any one of these and just change that to false, and you will now, in addition to all of these, see your broker time as well, the platform, your broker's platform time, and you can separately offset that as well if you want to. So you basically can truly customize this in any way, shape, or form that you want and have those things show up on your chart. You could of course change the font color as well. I have them all defaulted to white. You could change that as well as the month color. So I just wanted to show you that in a little more depth, and if you want some more information on the indicator, if you're not at the site of course already, just go to MT4TimeAxis.com, www.mt4timeaxis.com to see the other installment videos, or perhaps even the main video if you haven't seen that yet, or to purchase. Alright, thanks for watching.